are on Star FM 103.5. And of course, in Second D Takrade on Empire 102.7 FM. And Ultimate FM in Kumasi, that's 106.9. Star Charge is proudly brought to you by MTN everywhere you go, and Star Assurance. So a lot more coming up. And Mr. Paul Afoko, tell me, do you still consider yourself an active player in politics? Or you're now more of a statesman, observer? Are we looking at a returning to active politics?
Active player? I don't know how to describe myself now. I still hold a lot of political thoughts. I do a lot of thinking around politics. Bola, you know, this has been with me from childhood. So, active. Yes, I am active.
You are?
Yes, I am active.
Are you coming back in full swing?
I am not talking about party political activity.
No?
But I am active.
You're active?
Yes, I actually have links with others outside of Ghana, and we discuss politics.
Right.
African politics, the way we are going, where we are going as a continent and as a people and as a country. So I am still active.
You're still active.
And don't forget, I did international relations, so
Certainly.
I'm very much interested.
That's interesting to note. And I want to also know from you, recently there's been a call from your party. I don't know whether you're still a member. Do you still consider yourself a member of the NPP?
Oh, yes.
Oh, you are?
Oh, yes. You know, I think a lot of people don't know or have not followed closely what happened.
Tell us.
When I went to court challenging my indefinite suspension as a chairman, the judge, God rest his soul, Anthony Yeboah, he actually said in court that if the party had actually meant to suspend me indefinitely, as he was saying, as chairman, and I have a definite mandate, then if the suspension went over that line, it would have meant a dismissal. So they would have had to go back to Congress and get a 75% majority saying I should leave. But having said that, he, the judge, completely dealing with something that wasn't placed before him, then said that as the order of the court, he was ordering that I be removed from the party as a member. Even though all the witnesses from the party said, no, he's still a member, he's only suspended as chairman. But the judge said, no. If you persist in saying that he is suspended as a chairman,
that he ceases to be a member.
And then he continues, and it continues beyond his tenure, then you sacked him. So I, the judge, am going to make it easy for everybody. I am removing Afoko as a member of the party. And if he's not a member of a party, he cannot be a chairman of that party. But the day my tenure ends, then my membership is restored. That's what the judge said.
So as it stands now, or maybe after that, after your tenure, you actually became a member.
Yes.
Automatically as a member of the party.
By
so
order
the
of the
call
court.
for all to join, many that were suspended, to come back now, you don't see yourself to be a part of that?
No, I don't.
Interesting. Thanks for the clarification. So, because many have held, and I believe that you know, that they thought that you were on suspension, so this call meant that you've all gone back. But you are saying here and now that you are a member even before this call.
Yes, I am a member. I mean, it depends on whether you want to see the court order as an a la carte menu. You pick and choose what you want. The court order is a set meal, you eat it. You are removed as a member, and when your tenure ends, you are reinstated as a member. That was the court order.
Right. So, with that being said, Were you following closely? Were you taking part in activities as a member of the New Patriotic Party?
No, I wasn't.
Why?
I wasn't because I needed to move on. I really needed to move on.
Have you moved on from the MPP?
I'm not moved on from the MPP, but moved on in terms of all the problems that came with the suspension, the removal from the party, and the reinstating, all of that, because it was a torrid time.
Very torrid.
I'm sure you followed it.
Were you bitter? Were you hurt, Chairman Afoko? Be sincere, be candid with us on Starcher.
Yes, I am going to be, because for 9 years I've kept quiet. And at one point, I really believed that I would be helping the party when the government at the time had just come in under Akufo-Addo. I was called on air and asked, do you think Akufo-Addo is going to be able to meet the promises he made for the 100 days? And I responded by saying, no, he can't. No government can. I mean, if you say you have your whole government in place, don't forget, even the presiding member down there at the assembly is part of the government structure. And if all those pieces are not in place, and don't forget, 100 days is only 3 months and 10 days. By the time he forms his government and all that. So I think we should give him some slack and allow him. It was a torrent of attack, virulent attack.
You were attacked?
Yes, from within the MPP, on air. Afoko says Akufo-Addo is going to fail. And I was sitting at home, I never even heard it. Then one of the most revered presidents we've ever had, President Akufo, he called me and said, where are you, Paul? I said, I'm at home. He said, I'm also at home, come over. And, you know, at that time we were neighbors, so I just went over to him. And he said, what have you been saying on air? I said, oh, nothing much. He said, you've just been saying the government will fail? I said, no, I never said that. And I said, luckily, I record my calls. So I pulled out my phone and I played it out to him. He listened and finally said, Paul, if you are saying something that positive and you can be attacked in this manner, because I've been listening to the radio, that's what he said to me. I think you should be careful what you say. And from that day, I said, no more.
No more radio interviews.
No more even talking publicly to the media about party politics.
Till today?
MPP, yeah, till today.
9 years ago.
You are the man who is making me talk. And I've told you why.
Thank you, sir.
At the height of all the problems, you were the only one who gave me a platform.
It's true.
To talk.
You said something about troubles and the 3 things that you should
the
never
three
forget.
things you never should forget, or 3 persons you should never forget. The first is the one who stood by you when you were in trouble. The second is the one who ran away from you when you were in trouble. And the third one is the one who caused the trouble for you. Never forget those 3 people.
That is deep.
And you'll be okay in life. You'll be okay.
So you were bitter 9 years ago when all that, storm was brewing.
It was anger.
It was anger.
Real anger. Because for me, I had come in to party politics not as a conscious decision. Initially, I went out. You see, I was involved with the party.
Right.
I was finance committee member and all that. So I realized that the party had reached a position where it was branded an Akan party. Elitist and Akan. And I thought, no, we have to change this. So I actually went around. I contacted 6 Northerners. I can name them all. They are still alive today.
Yes. Who are these people?
Do you really want to know?
Why not? Maybe just 3 names will do.
Well, the last one of them was Ambrose Derry, the former interior minister. In his house. And I went with witnesses.
You brought Ambrose Derry in. He said, look, come in and let's do this.
Come in and be chairman of the party. And he said, no, senior, I wouldn't do that, because he was my junior in Navasco.
Okay.
When I was in upper six, he was in lower six, I think, yes. And well, I was in lower six and he was in form 5, something like that. And he said to me, senior, no. Why don't you do it yourself? You are good at organizing. I've noticed that. Why don't you do it? And I said, no, I'm not into that. I'm ready to finance a Nodna.
To become the chairman?
To become the chairman of the party. Just so as to break this thing about Akan party and get the party moving away from a Bluto party, you know? Because when I went to the Volta region, that's what they told me. They said, a Bluto party. And I had to also tell them that, no, we are not a Bluto party. Think about your origins. The first general secretary of our UP tradition was Modesto Apalu from Keta. You know, we had Reverend Ayeke and all those people working for the party. So I tried. And I spoke to Zakaria, who served as a member of the Council of State, the last council. And he was also my senior in secondary school. I spoke to Boniface Sadiq. I spoke to quite a few of them.
That you are ready to finance a Notna
to become a chairman. In order to break that thing about a Akan-based party, Akan party, elitist party, and that it was something that was open to all of us. In the end, when each and every one of them refused, and the last person I visited being Honorable Ambrose Derry, and he said to me, why don't you do it yourself? I went away and I said, okay, forget it. But then, the late Atuluk, he came to me one day in the office and said, look, bro, this thing is serious. Oh. What you've told us, we have been talking to people out there to see which of them will be interested. So we promote the person. But it all goes on and comes back to tell him to do it himself. So I said, okay, I'll test the waters. That's when I set off. First thing I did was to go to the north, to my father, who has been a long-standing member of the MPP, regional treasurer, council of state, elected. So I went to him and I said, Dad, this is what I want to do. And he said, Paul, are you sure? I said, yes, I want to do it. What are your reasons? And I told him. And he said, okay, I'll think about it. Go and then we'll talk tomorrow. Next day I go back to my dad and he says, Paul, I think you should do it. It will be difficult, but I think if you are that determined, do it. So for me, I didn't set off initially to be party chairman.
Okay.
I'd served in the finance committee and that was enough for me.
You weren't ready to become the party chairman?
No. I wasn't thinking about that at all.
But how significant was that moment, personally and politically, in 2014 when you became the national chairman of the MPP?
Ooh, that was mind-blowing. Because, you know, I went through a grueling campaign. I visited every constituency in Ghana 3 times. And I went the first time when we knew elections were imminent. So the people I spoke to in the constituencies were not definitely going to be executives next time round. And then the second time and the third time. And the sort of things that I had to go through. So it was such a great relief. Can you imagine that you are opposed by the so-called gurus of the party? I'm going to give you a quotation.
Sure.
After I saw my dad, I went over to see President Akufo, and he just listened to me for a while, and he said, okay. And he changed the topic, and we're discussing something else. After a while, he just threw a question at me. He said, if you can do it, that would be great. By then, I was lost because he was now talking about going to observe the South African elections.
Okay.
So I said to him, sir, what do you mean? He said, you said you want to be chairman. And I said, oh, yes. If you can do it, that would be great. I thanked him. And then he said to me, go talk to Akufo-Addo. He is the presidential candidate. And I said, thank you, sir. So I left. I called Nana at the time, presidential candidate. Well, he wasn't. He had lost the elections and now he was going to contest again. And he said he was out and about. Those were his words. I'll come to the court. And I said, okay. So I went over to see Honorable Kwajom Piani, the Chief of Staff, Kufuor's Chief of Staff, and I talked to him. And in fact, Honorable Mpiani, his wife, Faustina, we call her Auntie. She just said to me, Paul, can you do this? I said, why not? She said, you don't take nonsense from people, and you get a lot of it in politics. It is something that I wonder. And I said, Auntie, I will do it for the sake of the party and the country. I will do it. I'll discipline myself. I am able to do that. Then Akufo-Addo called me whilst I was at Kwajom Piani's house and gave me time to come the next day. So I went to his house the next day and I told him what I wanted to do. And now I come to the court. He said, I suggest that you don't do any campaigning now because the party is in court. You remember the election petition?
Yes, correct.
You and I were not there. Yes. So wait until the decision is made. In fact, Addison, the lawyer, had preceded me into Nana Addo's study.
Okay.
So he came out and said, the lawyer has just left here and he says that a decision will soon be coming. So please don't do anything until after the decision. And I said, Nana, I'm not campaigning. I'm just informing people like you. And in fact, President Kufuor told me to come and inform you.
You told him that?
Yes. And he said, really? I said, yes. He said, and I'm grateful. I said, that's what he said. Then he said to me, okay, when the time comes and you are going to contest, and this is the quote, direct, I haven't forgotten it. What, since 2014? I haven't forgotten it.
Right.
You will,
11 years ago.
Yes. And if the party is looking to the north, you will find that I am not your enemy. That was a loaded thing. But I just took it to my stride. I said, yeah. Instead of saying you will find that I'm not opposing you, I'll be okay and all that. He said, I'm not your enemy. For me, it was nothing. And I went off. And that was it. Now, to have gone through all that, including party gurus who were campaigning actively against me, trying to smear my name. On one occasion, they even called me a homosexual.
Oh, they did?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yes, and I don't want to name names.
You've been through a lot.
And I actually called the person who said that. I called him and I said, I hear you're calling me a homosexual. And so where did you hear that from? I said, I asked you a question. Either he said yes or no. He said, I don't want to engage in that sort of conversation. I said, anyway, I called you to tell you one thing. If I am a homosexual and you describe me as a homosexual, I will not be offended because that is what I am. If I am not a homosexual and you call me a homosexual, then you're only just telling lies because I am not a homosexual. So I'm not offended. I'm just calling you to tell you that this sort of negative politics is not good. So just leave it. Respect yourself. And it's an older man.
Wow.
Older man.
All in the name or because of politics.
Politics. So I told him my truth and cut it and moved on. This is what I went through. So on that day, after all the vote buying in Tamale,
oh, people bought votes to kick you out, to make
I
sure that you would not become...
I had constituency chairman come up to me and say, Chairman, not chairman then.
Yes.
Mr. Foko, look at this money.
Wow.
I've just been given this money and told to go and share it amongst my executives.
Did you buy votes?
Why would I do that?
You've never done that.
I had gone round the constituencies. I had gone round 3 times. I had delivered my message. I had warned them that if we did not win the next election, the sitting president would win his second term. That would mean NPP being in the wilderness for 12 years.
Wow.
And we will be emaciated. So it was only good and proper that we got together, fought this thing properly and diligently.
And they bought into your message.
And they got my message. They got my message.
So we have vote buying in politics.
Oh, it's happening.
You witnessed it.
I witnessed it. I mean, I even went in anger to go and confront the presidential candidate at the time to say, look, please save your money. You are wasting your money. I'm going to win.
Who was that?
But who was the presidential candidate?
No.
Nana Akufo-Addo.
You confronted Nana Akufo-Addo?
No, they blocked me at the entrance to his room.
You wanted to go talk to him?
Modern City Hotel Tamale. They blocked me. And his bodyguards. I said, oh, he's in the bathroom. He can't see you. And I saw Tanko, who is Dr. Bahomia's bodyguard. And I used to be very free with that guy. And I said, Tanko, I spoke to him in Hausa. I said, Tanko, what are you doing here? He said, oh, doctor is in there with Akufo-Addo. And I said, oh, really? So I turned to his bodyguards who had blocked me and said, are you really telling me that I can't go in because he's in the bathroom? But there's somebody else in there. So I turned to walk away and I met Kisi, the former Eastern Regional Chairman. And he was going in. So I said, Kisi, where are you going? He said, oh, I'm going to see Akufo-Addo. He's called me, so I'm going in. I said, oh, really? Good, I have a message for him. And if Kisi is honest, he will call in whilst we are on air and tell you that I told them.
That's what?
I said, go and tell the Akufo-Addo that he should save his money. He should save his money. And that whatever he does, I'm going to win this election. The person who brought the chairman, who brought the money to me, I was standing with him when he got a phone call saying, you told Akufo-Addo that you were not going to do what he is asking and that you will vote for him to be presidential candidate, but he should allow you the free rein to pick who will be chairman of the party. And he said, yes, I did. And I was standing there listening.
You heard him?
Yeah, I heard the person who was talking to him. And that was Lord Comey.
Lord Comey called
this,
the gentleman in question. What's
yes.
his name? What's his name? No who's bad interview tonight.
Former OSU chairman.
Former OSU chairman of the MPP.
Yes.
Lord Comey called him.
Yes. I was standing with him at Modern City. And he said, yes. Oh, but look, if it is that you need more money to go and do this thing, come. I'll give you more money. He said, I don't want any more money. And that OSU chairman is still alive. He's subsequently even contested the seat in OSU. And
you went on to win that election.
I won it that day, that night. And after winning it, you want to know how I felt.
Yes,
it
that's
was,
the question.
Yes,
what moment like
it
personally?
was so. First, I was tired anyway because I'd been on my feet all day and then all through the count, which was way into almost midnight. So I was really tired. But the relief of winning gave me a boost of energy. I'll call it adrenaline.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the moment. And I was so. The significance of that win was not lost on me because I suddenly realized that the MPP as a party would elect a minority person and send that clear message that we were not an account-based party. And believe it or not, my biggest block of votes came from the account regions.
Wow. And that is the truth.
Yes, and Volta region. The account areas and Volta region gave me more votes than the North, where I come from. What does that say about the party?
Did you speak to President Akufo-Addo,
yes.
then candidate Akufo-Addo
yes,
after that?
Yes.
What did you say to him?
That same night he called me into his room.
Okay.
When I went in, he was there with Amfu Kwachi, who is dead now, his uncle. And I went in with Boniface Sadiq. And he asked me, okay, congratulations. What are your plans for the party? And I said, well, we'll have to get back to Accra and see how things go. But all I know is that I will be an honest broker. I want to put the party on an even keel for us to go forward and fight the next election. And whoever wins our presidential primaries, we make that person president. That's what I told him.
And you meant that?
With all my heart. Because for me...
Did you support his bid? Now you had won as party chairman.
Before I became chairman, I supported somebody else. I supported Alan Chairman. It's not a secret.
Yeah.
I went around the country campaigning vigorously.
You believe that Alan was better?
Yes, absolutely. At the time, yes.
At the time,
I believed it completely. But once I became chairman, there was no way, as a referee of the match, you cannot be seen to be supporting somebody. So I became an honest broker. I stayed away from meddling in the internal politics. To the extent, I tell you, that even for parliamentary primaries, there were places I would go to, especially in the north, and they would see somebody would come to me, oh, I'm contesting the primaries, oh, I'm contesting, give me support, give me, and I just say to them, look, I'm the chairman now. Yeah. I can't do that. I'm the referee. Go out there, fight. Whichever one of you wins, you'll get my backing to win the seat.
Wow. And you were as candid as
clear and candid, as honest as I was
possible that you
as I was brought up.
Correct.
My upbringing. We as kids, we had a saying, say the truth and shame the devil.
Correct.
We took it to heart. And don't forget, in previous interviews, I was bound for the Catholic seminary.
We'll get into that. Talking about, your upbringing.
So for me, all those things.
Your formative years.
Yes.
Did President Akufo call you? What did he say to you on that day that you won as party chairman? What was his message? You remember?
Can I remember it now? No, but I can remember rather Araya Lassan, the late Araya Lassan, one of the stalwarts of the party. He had given me his blessing before I left for the stadium in Tamale. And after I won, I saw that he was calling me over and over and over. And I said, no, this old man, I can't talk to him on the phone. So I asked everybody to join me, and we drove straight to his house.
Wow.
And I went to him and said, sir, the victory
Your son
is here.
Your
son has come with the victory.
Wow.
Very happy. Unfortunately, he died before the elections, and I made a promise to him at his graveside in Kumbungu that we will win the election, and I will come back and tell him that MPP is in power.
You did? Wow.
I didn't live to see that, did I?
But at least you got that message to him, and the MPP won. But you didn't go.
Yes.
Anyway, talking about you didn't get to see that and all of that. 2014 elected, 2015 you were kicked out. Tell me about it. Your tenure was marked by fierce internal disputes, and eventually that led to your suspension. Chairman Afoko, tell me, looking back, do you feel misunderstood or unfairly treated?
I think it's both, actually. It's both.
You were misunderstood
and
unfairly treated.
Yeah.
You stand by that.
Yeah, I do. I stand by that. You see, for those who opposed me, those who didn't want me to be chairman, and fought me all the way, as I said, vote buying, mudslinging, lies being told, all of that, I still won with a huge majority. They never gave up. In fact, I was told that one of them said, and my tree is not good anyway, but
go ahead.
I speak tree.
At least you try. No problem. Go ahead.
Or see what the chairman. Yeah, crime. Chairman.
Someone said that.
Yes. He's still alive.
Wow.
He's still alive. And he knows himself. Anyway, so we came to Accra, and it was all this. I wanted a reform of the party. I didn't want this party to continue being seen in that light
Light.
of being an elitist party. I wanted it to be seen as a party of the people, a mass party. And so I started looking at the reforms. In fact, one of the reforms that I brought about, which was an operational thing anyway, was that I insisted on every constituency in this country opening a bank account. And I pushed 10,000 CDs into every single constituency.
You did that. Chairman,
Yes.
you are loaded. Every single constituency.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gave them 10,000
Yeah,
CDs.
but that wasn't my money.
No,
That wasn't
but
my
at least
money.
you have a good heart. You
Yeah,
did give
yes.
them.
And I was opposed strongly, even within the executive.
Why? Why?
Why should you be sending the money to constituencies?
Oh, really?
No, don't do that. And I said, come on, we have to finance and fund our base. That was part of what I was
But
thinking.
these are some of the same, I mean, these are the people, some of them who accused you of being out of touch with the grassroots, because it was some of, the comments that came up, and they felt that you were more aligned with internal factions than party unity. What would you say to that? How do you respond?
I would respond by saying that they were wearing blinkers. They had prejudged a situation and never had clear mind about me. You see, when you prejudge somebody, no matter what they do, you've judged them, and that's it. How could I have been if a person driven by factionalism?
You said you weren't in touch with the grassroots. You were more of an elitist. You know.
I was more in touch with the grassroots than any of them.
Wow, you were.
Absolutely. I was the one sending money out. I was the one saying every constituency must be empowered. I was the one sitting in my personal private office in cantonments.
Running party business.
Yes. Calling them and saying, open bank accounts. And the naysayers were rather the ones who were calling the constituencies and saying, oh, don't mind him, don't open those accounts. Until they started seeing that 10,000 CDs was going to all those who had opened accounts. Then quickly they started to open their bank accounts. And then we sent the money. And I don't know whether you have the means to check it, whether since that time any constituency party account has seen that sort of money paid into them. Because I wanted to strengthen the base. That is where you win elections. When I went around, I told every party member I spoke to that they should realize that they are the true owners of the party. The people sitting at the top, you see them on TV, you hear of their names. They are there because you are there. If you are not there to support them.
But that's why maybe some thought you were a destabilizing force, because you were fighting maybe for principle. Was it simply for power? Or you stood for something? Chairman?
Well, I stood by my own core principles, abiding principles.
Which
principles that would supersede a mortal. I didn't think of supporting a human being. I thought of supporting the party and build it on those same principles that the party was built on fairness, equity, development, in peace, and therefore, whatever I did to strengthen the party, not to go against anybody, because by then the game was set. You know, I set up a committee headed by the former Attorney General, Honorable Akufo-Addo, and I was tasking them to go around the country. At that time, the party's coffers were literally empty, and I was doing it from my pocket. To go around the country and to begin to sensitize all party executives in every region, every constituency. Gather them and let them understand the constitution of the party, let them know their rights and their responsibilities, so that the party will be strengthened from the base. If not, how can we go forward to win anything? But that whole thing was scuppered. It never took off.
Wow. Do you believe that your removal was engineered to clear the way for certain individuals within the MPP hierarchy? If so, who?
I think the facts speak for themselves. They do. Because you see, after I was suspended, you recollect the number of party executives that were suspended across the country. It was just to beat everybody into submission, to cow them into submission. So the suspensions just kept coming out across the country. And that was not something that would help the party. I mean, it's continued even till today.
But they moved on. They went on to win the 2016 election.
Absolutely.
So if that was bad, or you had set up the structures.
We set up everything for them to go and win. We set it up. I resisted moves to say, oh, these people should not be allowed to go through primaries. This group of people should be treated separately. I resisted it. And I have witnesses to it. Sat in the room and said, we will not sit in Accra and decide for people in the far corners of Ghana.
That people should go unopposed.
People should go unopposed. I'm not going to accept that. Everybody will go through primaries.
And they will fought you for that.
Yes. Hard. And in the end, I must say, 30 of our MPs lost their primaries. Some of them my very close friends. Until today, they are still my friends. Somebody like Dr. Anani. You know, friends. How? I would have wished him to lose his primaries. But for the sake of democracy, I did all that. And made sure that we had primaries that was clean, fair, because I believe in fairness, and all the way to the presidential primaries, where the party actually elected Nana Akufo-Addo as a presidential candidate. I wasn't working in factions. No.
Were you ever tempted to walk away from politics entirely after what you went through in the MPP? Ever considered that?
Yes, I did say. I did say after my suspension had gone through, and I went to court, and the court came up with that bizarre judgment. I walked away and said, never again. Wow. I'm not going to go and look for any active position in party politics, because it's a thankless job. You come in with ideals, and this is what you get, that people can sit somewhere and concoct lies about you, all the way to the point of even killing to get rid of you.
Really? People, you got messages?
The matter is sub judice, so...
Wow, yes, you don't want to...
You remember my brother, Greg?
Yeah.
My brother
Greg Akufo, yes.
Greg didn't kill anybody. He didn't. But some people killed Adams. And on the back of that, they went around trying to remove me. The petitions that came to the party, to that disciplinary committee, those petitions talked only about the killing of Adams. Oh, if we don't remove this man, he is going to try and make sure that Akufo-Addo loses the elections. And those two petitions came from two Northerners. And funny enough, if I gave you those petitions today, you will see word for word it was the same thing.
The two petitions?
The only difference was their names and their addresses. Finished.
You're kidding us?
Yeah, no. So as I say, it was all cooked. But I was angry at that time. There were points at which I was so incandescent with rage. Incandescent. But one day I went over to President Kufuor and he said to me, oh, he was talking about that. I don't want to hear that. And he said, you are still angry. Your anger is eating you. Let
President
it go.
Kufuor told you that?
Yes, he said, let it go. Why are you angry? The people you are angry at. And so after about 2 years, 2017, 2018, I went to visit President Kufuor again and he said, oh, the anger is gone? I said, yes, sir. He said, how do you know? I said, sir, these days, when I see them on TV, I don't change channels. When they
you used to change channels?
Because I couldn't stand the sight of people I believed were liars.
Really?
And had engineered my removal just for their own selfish ends, not for the sake of the party.
Are you still angry and bitter? No?
Oh, no, it's all gone.
Have you met any of them after?
Oh, absolutely.
What was the rapport like? What was the relationship like?
Recently, my most recent meeting was with President Akufo-Addo on the flight to Kumasi. Oh no, actually from Kumasi to Accra. And we spoke. And he actually said, oh, please, let's get together back in Accra, okay? And I said, yes, I'm going to my farm. When I come back, we'll get together.
It might not have been him. He didn't engineer it. How do you know that he was behind it?
Well, I don't know. I can't say for sure. But,
so then why were you bitter against him? But what?
I wasn't bitter against him.
Yeah, the system.
The whole set. And he was head of that set. So?
Did you ever discuss that with President Akufo? What did he tell you?
President Akufo is, as I've described him, a quintessential
gentleman
and Democrat and a party man through and through. And he would keep telling me, Paul, calm down, let the party work. The party in its own wisdom will come out finally and see the truth.
Wow.
So just keep quiet, stay away.
And don't talk.
Keep quiet, stay away.
Many also believe that if he had remained chairman through the 2016 elections, maybe the NPP wouldn't have won. Then they're saying that, well, it was good that we drove him out to put systems in place and all of that. If he had remained chairman, tell us, candidly, sincerely,
yes,
through the 2016 elections,
yes,
do you think the NPP will still have won power?
Look, I exited in 2015. Almost end of 2015. You think all that I did was for nothing?
Okay,
so I wasn't chairman. In the next elections, what did they get? From the 160 something that my work gave to the party, the next election, it came 137, isn't it?
So you believe that the work that you did,
yes,
2014, 2015,
yes,
getting into 2016,
yes,
everything had been said.
Everything had been said. We'd gotten our parliamentary primaries done, dusted, presidential primaries done, dusted. All that was now left was campaigning across the country. What else?
Wow.
What else?
Well, we're hitting some 5 minutes to 8. We have some messages coming in. And this one is from Irene. Irene at Rich. Irene says that, I'm wondering if Mr. Paul Afoko is finished with frontline politics. Bola, please ask him if there's still unfinished business. Is he plotting a comeback?
Plotting? That sounds very conspiratorial.
So I would say, are you planning? She says plotting. I would say planning.
You see,
a comeback.
When you talk about planning, as we speak today, I've only broken my silence because of the state of the party today. It's nothing to write home about.
You think the MPP is nothing? The state in which it is now is nothing to write home about?
It's rudderless.
The NPP is rudderless. They don't have any, rudder that they can help them to navigate.
Leadership
is lacking in the NPP.
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
And discipline. Leadership, discipline, they go together. I can see it. But
there's a party chairman. There's a party general secretary who's out there doing great jobs and mobilizing. You think that the party is rudderless?
Where's the party chairman?
Well, he actually put in a request. I think that he's actually excused him, maybe on health grounds. We don't know, family matters. So why? That is a genuine request.
And as per the constitution, the first vice chairman takes over.
Correct.
When I say leaderless, you see, if a party makes a decision that we have an election coming up, or we are not going to take part, stay away. And party members, you see, without even going to talk to the people in that constituency, to say, look, we really want to boycott. What do you people think? You may end up not having representation in parliament. What do you think? And let the grassroots tell you that we think we can fight this thing and win it, so don't boycott. But you make a decision and then you impose it on them.
You think that was not fair, that was not right?
And they proceed
yes,
to ignore you. And your member goes and files to contest that seat. And all your top gurus go there to campaign against the party's instructions. Will you call that leadership?
You were worried?
Discipline?
You were worried?
I
You
was
were disappointed?
Concerned, yes. Concerned that there's no discipline, there's no proper management and leadership.
But you have a strong minority led by Osahene in your market. You believe that there are great people in your party. The
What
MPP.
did you just say? A strong what?
Minority?
Is this where the MPP should be?
The MPP should be what? The majority.
A minority? Historic minority? When has the MPP ever lost elections and gone below 100
seats?
When?
Well, but times,
Since 92.
But times and seasons, Chairman Afoko.
Why? That's the question. Why?
You attribute it to leadership in the
You
MPP
see,
now.
I tell you something. When I came back home from exile, I looked at the two political parties. And because I saw the NDC to be militant at the time, I didn't think I could make truck with them. And I saw the MPP to rather be the party where there was no militancy. People were talking about a jousting of ideas rather than a jousting with swords and knives. And I thought that was it. This is the place to be. To think, to follow their principles, to have free market, business, enabling environment for business to thrive, nurturing the youth to grow. And so, and obviously, because of my,
your political history.
My dad, and before him.
Between NDC and NPP, you're saying that at the time, you saw NPP to the best among the two.
Yes.
What about now? And it leads me to my next question. What is your assessment of the current NDC government? Sincerely.
No, you see, sincerely, what I would say is that the NPP as a party has not recognized its potential. It has not achieved its potential because there's been a sidetracking of the forward march. It's still a party worthy of looking at and rebranding, rebuilding. And you see, when I said to you earlier that I saw the NDC at the time when I came to be a militant party, it seems the rules have reversed. It seems today, and what I'm going to describe to you is something I will say is a danger to our democracy. Our democracy is endangered when you cannot have two centrist parties. We had the NDC that was out there, and for all those who are old enough to remember the Azoka boys, you did anything wrong, they got you. Remember Francis Asiam in Akufo-Addo? They used Baranzu. People don't know Baranzu. It's like a horsewhip to whip her. And she was the woman organizer of the NDC. Then they started to move to the center. Asumdwe came to power, and when Rawlings was asking him to arrest certain people, his famous quote, he did it publicly. He said, "Let me make my own enemies. I don't want to inherit your enemies." At that time, I sat back and said, what is this man doing? He was shifting the party away from the extreme. Then, John Mahama became president. And when he was asked to do a similar thing again, he came out and said, "We came to power through the ballot box, not the bullet." And I remarked to my colleagues, I said, "Hey, something is shifting here. Let's be careful." And then Asiadu Ketia said, "The barking dog has been caged and shut up." At that point, I knew that the NDC had shed its militancy clothes And those babies with sharp teeth, as they were described, were talking very mature civil language. On the other hand, after I had been thrown out, by the courts anyway, because ultimately it was a court decision, we started developing invincible forces, Delta forces, Bolgatanga Bulldogs, and we rather became militant. As chairman of the party, I was sitting in my office in Cantonments when I got a phone call. Come to the party office, there's something happening. When I got there was a full-blown fight. People were using knives.
At the party headquarters?
Yes. It was captured on TV and all that. And I just went in there. I didn't go upstairs. I went into the fighting and said, look, you guys have to stop what you're doing. Stop it. Why? Just because we want to be the ones guarding the headquarters, not this set of people. What do you mean? Look, I mentioned a certain gentleman called Atuluk. He was one of the people instrumental in getting me to go for the chairmanship. At party headquarters, we closed one evening, I was driving away, and Atuluk was also walking out, and I said, I stopped, I said, Atuluk, jump in, let's go. He said, no, Chairman, I want to go and see somebody over there before, so you can go. I left. They cornered him, grabbed him, put him to the ground, stretched out his hand, and somebody jumped and stamped on his hand and broke the bone to pieces. And then they told him, go and tell that you are Afoko, that next time a life will be lost. This is what happened. But for me, I just say that, as I said earlier to you, that our democracy is endangered if we cannot have centrist parties. One cannot be extreme and the other center. I think the MPP should find its way back to the center of politics.
So your assessment of the current NDC is that they've moved away from the militancy. Now they are measured as opposed to the MPP. Really?
Really?
I'm asking.
I think any Ghanaian listening to me who observes Ghanaian politics, the examples abound. The examples abound. They abound.
MPP is complaining about Ablekuma, same in Akwetia, saying that, some violence or bit of violence or pockets of it. We saw Azoka's confrontation and all of that. And you want to say that is more of the NDC thing now?
You see, I have always said that the Ghanaian electorate has become more discerning. And democracy has deepened. Social media especially has widened that space.
The scope, right.
The scope. How can anybody look you in the eye? Bola, you are a very astute political watcher. Look you in the eye and give you those examples. Didn't we see what happened at Ayawaso? Didn't you see what happened in Techimai?
So comparatively, if you do that analysis, then clearly you're saying that
what I am saying is that yes, somebody has done something wrong today. Let's deal with it.
Okay. But that was a flash in the pan compared to you're saying that there were numerous of other MPP.
What I'm saying is that don't go out as if you are holier than thou. You are not. Honesty is good for all of us. Honesty is good.
On the back of that, and still with the current state of the NPP, what advice would you give to leadership? Since you're saying that, well, there's a problem with leadership when it comes to the NPP, what advice would you give to the leadership of the NPP?
Well, you see, leadership by example. If the leader is seen to be a person of peace, of calm, will brook no nonsense, will not allow any, as we call it, patapa, then that is the example that will be set for the party. But if the leadership will also resort to that, then the followers will do the same.
We'll be going for a break, and then we'll get to talk about your personal life and, how you get to unwind. And we talked about your favorite food, and somebody just sent in a message that you're a good cook as well. And you talked about your brother, he suffered enough for a crime that he didn't commit. Abner in Bosche in Hachu says that with his trial still pending, how would you describe the pace and transparency of the judicial process thus far when it comes to Greg Afoko, your brother? Abner from Hachu wants to know.
Well, it's been a travesty. A huge travesty. And look, Greg, for example, was one of the people who was a polling agent for Nana Akufo-Addo in Sandema at the polling station in front of the palace, our home. And he brought the polling sheets that he refused to sign and wrote the reasons why. He brought them all to be part of the court case. In
2012?
Yes. I, on my part, campaigned vigorously for Akufo-Addo to win. Yet, just for Afoko not to jump when you are asked to jump, but Afoko will rather ask you, why do you want me to jump? If you tell me why and convince me, I will jump. Whereas every majority around would say, how high do you want us to jump? Greg was lied upon. He was framed. They said Greg was the one who killed Adams. I was in Bolga at the time. I left Bolga and was going to Wa because we're doing a regional tour. We're going around the country. Kwabena, Ajapong, myself, and we're supposed to go with two other executives, three actually, who didn't come with us at the last minute. And I believe strongly that if I had not left Bolga and gone into the Upper West region, they would have said I did it.
Oh, really?
I believe
you believe strongly that they would have said that you did
I did it. I believe that strongly. And they started screaming, oh, Greg Afoko has done this. And how many years of trial now? How many years? And you see, when somebody, according to the Constitution and the laws of Ghana, Supreme Court, he is allowed bail, and he is given bail, and he meets all the bail conditions, none held back. I'm repeating this because at the time, some other media houses and other media personalities went around saying that he didn't meet the bail conditions.
Yeah,
he met all.
He did.
It's on record.
So what would you like Ghanaians to understand, not just about your brother's case, but maybe about compassion, the rule of law, patience in such matters?
You see, that's one of the things that I think I hold dearly, to be compassionate, to always stand with the underdog, to help the weak, to help the needy. And in this case, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Because can you imagine that they refused to give him bail? At the last minute, not to give him bail, he was given bail by the court. But at the last minute, at the courthouse, when he was to sign and go, the police officer who brought him got a phone call, went out, came back and said, hey, put those handcuffs back on him. Orders from above. He will not go on bail. And they took him away.
Interesting. Well, so messages coming in, and this is from Gameli in Roman Ridge. So Gameli wants to know from you, are you contesting or will you contest to become the chairman of the MPP? And let's hear it right here on Star Chat. Chairman Afoko.
I've already given you my answer. That first I had said that no more.
Right.
I will not contest. Then I added at the time that unless the conditions change, I will not contest. I will not even come back to the MPP to contest any position. I will stay there as a silent member, but not to contest any position.
The conditions have changed.
The conditions have become very drastic. This party has run into a ditch.
Are you going in there?
We've
like you're
run
saying?
into a ditch. But as we speak at the moment, I told you, I'm a rice farmer now. And I've left my rice farm and come to Accra. I came on Monday.
Right.
And I'm going back. We have reached the stage where we are now just waiting to do our harvest in November. And once the harvest is done,
You have some time on your hands.
then I'll have time on my hands to review and reflect as to what I want to do next.
Okay. But never say never. We can see Paul Afoko come back for the chairmanship of the new Patriotic Party.
At this point in time, I have no such plans.
Okay.
At this point in time, as we speak, Bola,
Yes.
I have no such plans. The day I have that plan, you will be the first.
Thank you.
Because the person who stood by you when you were in trouble.
Thank you, sir.
I will come back and I will tell you to let the world know that I am no longer interested in anything, or yes,
you are going and you are
I
running.
think that this party needs to be rescued.
That's what humanity is about. All for one, one for all. Let's be there for one another, regardless party.
But when we forget our elders, those who made us, when we forget them, because I was properly brought up as a Northerner.
Right.
When you forget your elders and you disrespect your elders and you don't want to tap into their wisdom, then you will get lost. Can you imagine people like Akufo? You heard his complaints. Can you imagine? Go around the country. We have Ajedako.
Are you saying the MVP has forgotten some of his elders?
I said, go to Sunyani and look at Ajedako and ask how far he works with the party. Yabrema and others. Kwajompiani. Nyahotamaklo. Rekubobe Tazan. Look, the number is countless. This party really has the men. But the men are silent. I spoke to some of those men at the late Asante Imas 1 week.
What did they tell you?
And I have a witness in the studio.
Yes.
My brother, the doctor.
Yes.
He was standing with me when the guy was lamenting, and I said to him, why are you not saying something? And he said to me, these people, they don't listen. I'm fed up. I'll just stay in my corner.
You've spoken after 9 years.
Yes.
Today.
Yes.
And that's historic. We'll go for a break. But before the break, you recently proposed a nationwide contribution of 1 Ghana cedi from every Ghanaian to help purchase new aircraft for the Ghana Armed Forces.
Yes.
What prompted that suggestion?
Well,
Some people are lambasting you for it. Some people on, the feedback on Facebook and social media, people are positive, others are skeptical. Why did you suggest that?
See,
Do we need one?
When people decide to take a certain blanket view of everything, then they never have that wide horizon. Ask anybody who is lambasting. If they gave 1 cedi to their child to go out and go to school, an elementary school child, what would that 1 cedi buy? Nothing. So what I said was symbolic. I was more or less trying to say that we should all know the value of things, not their cost, the value. And we had just lost in one fell swoop 3 government ministers, one fell swoop. And don't forget the pilot.
Yeah.
The pilot was my nephew.
Oh, the pilot.
The mother is my sister.
Wow. Huge one. Blow.
So I said, hang on, we need to retool our army. And for that matter, retool all our public services. And if we have to put in 1 cedi each, let's do it.
You still stand by that call.
Symbolic.
Yes.
Symbolic.
Somebody might give 100,000, 10 cedis, 50,000. Then.
I don't want to stir a pot of controversy.
No, do.
But I could actually sit here and point to you priority areas that are not priority, and those monies could have gone into our health service, could have gone into our schools, could have gone into retooling our army,
Like where?
And buying planes and helicopters for our army, taking care of our nurses and teachers and doctors.
Which areas are you looking at?
There are so many.
Give us 2.
There are so many.
Let's give us 2. Where?
Down the road from here.
The National Cathedral?
Yes. Was that a priority?
So that's 1. Second one?
Bola,
Yes.
you are pushing me.
We're going for a short break. We want you to calm down. And tell us, what's your favorite music? When you're relaxing, what kind of music do you love to listen to? DJ Mono is standing by.
I know, but in fact, look, my music taste is very Catholic.
Oh, right.
It's very broad. Very broad. I was telling him before you came into the studio.
Right.
Oh, Salif Keita,
so we'll do a Salif
Daddy
Keita for.
Lumba.
Oh, you like Daddy Lumba?
Ooh.
He passed.
Ooh.
Which one is your favorite though? And what do you remember Lumba for?
There are so many favorites.
Ever attended any of his shows?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
I attended with President Akufo and Mrs. Rawlings.
Oh, right.
At the conference center.
Correct.
And
Are you a good dancer though?
In my youth, yes, not now.
You're a very fine gentleman and all of that. When we come back and we get to know you, I'll ask you some questions that you love to answer.
But I would love to.
Yes, you love to. You like the area in which I will get into.
Oh, well,
because somebody just sent a message, and I have your daughter actually calling in, Mami Afoko, and she says hi. She'll call us, and she's actually sent a message. Says you're a ladies' man. Is that true?
A ladies' man?
Yes. Maybe they admire you, but you don't. I don't. She's saying.
I don't know the meaning of that. A ladies' man.
You're a fine gentleman. The ladies admire you, and maybe in your youthful days.
Well, if they do, they never let me know.
Oh, they don't.
So they should be more forthcoming and let me know. Let me know.
We're dropping a Salif Keita tune for you, after which a lot more will go down. Right here.
It's Blu-ray.
www.compugana.com. We are a call away on 0302 752020 or WhatsApp 0243 143 143. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Smart start, smart savings.
Luck is everywhere for everyone.
The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck or maybe your bank account too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to the luckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Momo or card if you're abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana cedi into 500 times more. And the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
It's Blu-ray.
Hitman.
Africa. Great tune. Welcome back here on Star Chat. Chairman Afoko is right here, our guest on the show. And my producer says we can go till 9 p.m. So because we're going to activate the phone line. So today, yes, extra 30 minutes. Thanks to our producers and our general manager is here as well. Anaya Sapon, thank you. All right, so welcome back. My name is Bolare. You're on Star Chats. Mr. Paul Afoko is our guest. So, you know, away from the headline, party, politics, and all of that and controversies, tell us, who's Paul Afoko? When you are home, away from politics, what kind of man are you?
I think the first thing I'll say is that I'm a family man.
Oh, you are?
I'm a family man.
Married?
Oh, yes.
How many children?
3 children.
Okay.
Not in Ghana.
Okay.
I have a 4th one in America.
You said 3 children.
Not in Ghana.
Not in Ghana.
In the UK, 1 in...
And he said the 4th
Look,
one not in America.
Now, let's go back.
How many children do you have?
Let me wind back. Let me wind back. I had a child before, but I never got married to the mother.
Oh, right.
And I was a very young man.
Okay.
I was even
very adventurous.
The first time I saw her was through the bars of my prison cell when
your child. Wow.
Yeah. When the mother brought my child over and held the child up for me to look at her.
Wow.
And I was in prison then, here in Ghana, without trial. And the child started to scream and cry, and oh, take her away. So that girl is now in the U.S.
Frances.
Yes.
Yes.
That's my. You know my daughter.
I know your daughter. Yes. Mami Afoko. Frances. Mami.
Yes.
Yeah, fine.
Then my other daughter Cynthia. You see, my household is very.
You have all ladies?
No. My other daughter is currently the NDC women organizer.
Hey, your daughter is the current NDC women organizer
for my constituency, Busa North.
Wow, interesting.
No, you know, when you come to Ahimfie, we have everybody there. NDC, LPP, CPP, we're all there. And that's how I grew up, in a household where politics was always there. And then my next daughter, and this, so obviously Cynthia is here in Ghana, and my next daughter, she was until recently the manager for Mozilla.
Oh, Mozilla.
She was the director in charge of Africa and Europe.
That's a big position.
Yes, but now she's moving on.
Oh.
She's moving on. And then my eldest son, he used to write for The Guardian in the UK.
Wow.
And the second son, he is an engineer. In fact, I recently went to visit him when he was running a $1 billion project in Peru.
Your son is running a $1 billion project.
He's just finished and handed over. I've got videos of him handing over hospitals to the president of Peru. He invited me over. I went and I got a red carpet treatment there. But now he's handed over. He's back in UK headquarters. So I'm a family man.
Right. Let's go back to your early years growing up in Sandema. And you're from the royal lineage, right?
Yes. Yes.
How was your upbringing?
Well, my upbringing, my earliest memories was like that my dad was a policeman before. So I remember my early memories was here at Accra Central Police Station. And from there, we got transferred, he got transferred, so we went. We were in Tamale with him. And then he left the police, he resigned and went to Shell Ghana at the time. And he was then the regional manager. So he was managing all of the north. And at that time, the upper region was just one region. Not upper east, upper west, so just upper region. And so he managed northern region and upper region. And my mom believed that the city was a den of iniquity. So she sent me off to Navrongo to live with my grandmother and to go to school there. And my family is so complex. On my mother's side, they are Muslim. And
Your dad's side?
my dad's side, they are mixed, Christians, Muslims, and people who believe in traditional worship, ancestral worship. And so, whilst I was with my grandmother, then my mom, being a staunch Catholic, decided on her own that I had to become a Catholic priest.
Oh.
Yes. So my elder brother Martin, he was obviously to inherit our father and continue with that.
Right.
And me, the second son, the spare tire. I was
Went to
to become-
seminary? Did you get into a seminary? Did you get into...
I just slipped by easily, by the skin of my teeth.
You would have had Father
I would
Akufo.
I was going into Notre Dame Minor Seminary, and from which I would then go to St. Joseph's.
Wow.
But I didn't want it. And
No,
so-
no regrets not becoming a Catholic priest?
No regrets. I actually went to my dad and said, look, Dad, Mom wants me to do this and I don't want to. And he said, but if you don't want to, don't do it. So he talked to Mom and said, this thing's supposed to be a calling, but Paul is saying he doesn't want to. Because at that time, Ghana, the way we were in this country, a lot of you, the young ones, may not remember this. Ghana was one. We never thought about, oh, this person is Muslim, Christian, Northerner, Southerner. And we did what we call the common entrance exam.
Right.
So I went through the common entrance exam. My classmates, some of them picked Achimota, Adisadel.
Although they were in the north.
Yes, and they went.
So there was no Obake or Akwaba or something?
No. And we also had Southerners
Okay.
in our schools.
Ah.
And so I did the common entrance and I passed. And I chose to go to Boko because I had
Okay.
friends there. And I said to my dad, I don't want to go to a minor seminary. I want to go to the government school. So Dad talked to my mom and I escaped.
How's life back then at Boko Secondary School?
Very interesting.
Right.
Very interesting. You see, Boko was a very peaceful town then. A market town, commercial town, having border with Togo and Burkina Faso.
Right.
Before then, it was Upper Volta.
Okay.
And everything was very interesting there. Very impressionable young people.
Yeah.
But the Hamatans were severe.
Wow. You had a nickname back then at Boko Secondary School?
You are taking me somewhere.
Yes, we want to get there. They
I
called
used to
you.
cry over that name. I was called Mosquito.
Oh, really?
I was as thin as a rake.
Look at you now.
I hated it.
Mosquito.
I hated the name. Hated it badly. And especially the seniors who would call me Mosquito, and I was helpless, powerless. And my mates would mock me, they would laugh at me. But you see the way things turn, you just said, look at you now.
Now, yes. The skinny,
After I
lanky.
came back from exile,
Okay.
I met one of my mates, and he didn't recognize me. So I finally told him who I was. He said, Mosquito. I said, hey, if you call me that name now, I will smash you. He said, yes, you have now become an elephant. I said, you have given me a new name. Stop it. I hate it. Stop it. Just know me as Awentemi.
Awentemi.
And
Paul Afoko.
so I was Mosquito then.
Right.
Hated it.
Then you moved from Boko to Navrongo, then to London School of Economics.
Yes.
Tell us about your experience
I
or
went
your
into
time in
exile.
exile.
See, I went into exile from the jailbreak of June 19th, 1983. You know, Carlos Kofijiwa and all.
So you escaped?
Yes.
Wow, from prison.
Yes.
Tell us about that story. It's the first time I'm getting to hear that.
Really?
Yes, from you. I mean, what happened on
Look,
that day?
initially the AFRC came in, house cleaning, etc., etc., and there was a lot of executions. 3 former heads of state were shot
yeah.
at Teshi
Teshi,
Beach,
yeah, range.
the range. One of my, I'll call him. I see they are more or less family because my mother's side, my mother comes from Navrongo, and the late Colonel Feli,
Yes.
who was foreign
Colonel
minister,
Feli, yeah.
and he was one of those executed. Very close. That family was so tight knit. And so, when Rawlings continued after that with the elections and said, look, I'm not going to stop the elections, let it continue. Le man won. And see, one of the reasons Rawlings gave at the time was that you are an officer and a gentleman. When you leave the military academy, you swear an oath to defend the constitution and the territorial integrity of Ghana. And that all these former heads of state he brought to the beach and shot them had broken their oath as officers. And so when he had cleaned house, that's why he called it house cleaning exercise. So he was removing the army from politics completely. And therefore he allowed civilians to come in, constitution in place. And 18 months down the line, he comes in and overthrows the civilian government and the constitution. And you see, for me, as I said, I never went into politics as a planned thing. It was single issue items. I hate injustice. I hate. So I reacted. And I said no. I went with a group of friends to the radio station in Bolga at the time. The World Bank had financed this radio station which could reach all of the upper region. So from Bolga to Wa, it entered into northern region up to Wali Wali. It went into Upper Volta, Burkina Faso today, right past Pole. And so we went there and I took over the station and I told the people running the station, look, just keep it on. I'm going to talk and record me and play it every hour. And I said, look, people of Ghana, there is something that is happening that we shouldn't accept. I wasn't a member of that party, PNP. No, I wasn't.
Brave young man.
I said we shouldn't accept this. All of you Ghanaians, we don't have weapons to go and fight these soldiers. But what we can do to show them our power is that we should all go home, lay down our tools and go home. If you're a street sweeper, stop, go home.
You said that?
Yes, if you're a kaya, stop, go home. If you're a doctor, go home. If you're a nurse, go home. All of us, let's just go home. But first, stock up on food. Market women, stay there, let people come and stock up on food. And then you market women also go home. And everybody goes home. And let's stay at home and see whether this army can run every single aspect of our economy. I bet you within 1 week they'll run away because they don't have enough people. They don't have enough people with doctors, nurses, engineers, teachers, toilet cleaners. They can't. The economy will grind to a halt and then they'll leave the guns and run away. And then we can take our country back. And for my pain, they dispatched soldiers to come and get me. But I was lucky. Because my father had been a police officer, the regional police commander at the time was somebody who had met him when he was in the police. And the regional police commander told him, get your son out. We've received a wireless message that we should arrest him and keep him, and that the army in Tamale was coming to come and take him and deliver him to Gonda Barracks. So I escaped Ghana on the back of a motorbike. And you see, although we lament that the white man in partitioning Africa did us a disservice, on this particular case it was a service because my mother's tribe had been cut in two. So crossing the border, I was speaking the same language with people on the other side who were speaking French. So I escaped. And then I got messages coming in. Oh, you are wanted back, come back home. They say you are harmless, they won't do anything because the revolution has succeeded. And I came home. And those days there was curfew. From 6 to 6. 6 in the evening, everybody indoors till 6 in the morning. And so I came home and I just got in just around 6 and went inside the house, went into my room. I was lying there thinking, oh God, I'm home. Exile in Burkina Faso. Then at dawn, the house had been surrounded by soldiers. They had known, they had found out I was back. And they came and grabbed me. So they threw me into the cells in Bolga for about 4 weeks. And then they brought me to Accra, to Gonda Barracks. And at the Gonda Barracks, I was taken before Alolga Akatapore, a member of the BNDC. But the operations officer then was Peter Achana, Lieutenant Peter Achana,
Star
the one who was killed during
103.5
the coup
FM.
attempt in Dansoma. And he was my classmate. So I heard them talking, and they said, look, if we leave him here in Konta Barracks, these soldiers will come and we don't know what will happen to him. So they moved me first to, they said cantonments, and I said, all those politicians are there. Then they moved me to Airport Police Station, and then I ended up at Ashford. So when these guys came in to break the prison, to release their friends who had attempted coups and failed and were now in there and were being taken out and shot, I couldn't miss the opportunity. So I left.
You left?
I left.
Straight to the UK?
To the UK. And you know, those days you didn't need a visa. You didn't need a visa.
So the route for you was what? You got a plane right in Ghana? You went to Burkina?
Yes. What happened was, my father had a house in an airport residential area.
Okay.
And the passport office was just down the road from there.
So you got a passport and then?
So we got someone to come and take a picture.
Okay.
And we had friends in the passport office. I won't mention their names because now, even though they are now retired, and they retired at the rank of ambassador.
Okay.
They are still here in Accra.
Right.
So they got the thing for me. And one of my very, very good friends who is a savior, he's now a retired brigadier general. He took over from Peter Achana as operations officer. So now those who know will know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
And he came to me and said, you can't keep staying here, you know. They know you are still in the country.
Wow.
And you know, search and destroy mission is out there, and they are killing people that they apprehend, all those who escaped. You have to leave. And he helped me through Kotoka Airport onto a plane. And I was hidden in the toilet.
You were hidden in the toilet?
Toilet of the plane until they were now asking people to sit down, put on your seatbelts. Then I came out and went to my seat.
So you bought a ticket?
Oh, everything.
Was okay.
I mean...
But you hid in the toilet?
Yes, because I was scared.
Wow.
I was scared. You know, they used to have these anti-hijack officers who they didn't wear uniforms, but they had guns.
Okay.
And I was afraid one of them would recognize me. So I sat there until the plane was about, so I went to my seat, tightened seatbelt, and I was sitting on tenterhooks.
Till you got to...
Until I looked out and saw the Sahara Desert. And I thought, we are really out of Ghana now.
Out of Ghana now. Well, like they say, the rest is history, and we'll come through. But as we go on, we'll come back to family and some moments of your political or personal adversity. But who do you tip to become the flag bearer of the MPP? Are you tilting towards a particular and be open with us?
Bola,
yes.
I have always...
You are a man of,
I have always been very straight about these things. And I think that the party is making a big mistake going for presidential primaries in January.
You think the MPP is making a big mistake going for...
Yes.
Why so?
2 reasons. One, normally, this party goes through a renewal cycle every 4 years. A renewal. And that renewal starts from the polling stations all the way up. And then after the national executive is in place, then you have presidential primaries. And in the constitution, it says something about 2 years before
a general election.
Right. It is not hard and fast, so it's been exploited. But I think it's a mistake. Because you see, the party going through a renewal means that, as we speak right now, the current executive of the party, from polling station level all the way up, are due to face the party again. And I don't think the judgment of the party is going to be kind. Because look at where we are. And come on, Can you expect that if the party goes to hold its elections, polling station areas where the MPP got zero, where were the party executives of that polling station, of those polling station areas? You think that polling station area will again vote for the same 5 people to come and be executives when they couldn't even come forward to vote for the party at a general election? They will not give it to them again. So that's the renewal.
Right.
So I would say that the party should go for a renewal and finally culminate in having a presidential candidate. But
yes, but I asked you the question.
I don't have the power. I don't have the authority.
Who do you tip to win? Who? Looking at things now, who's your favorite?
I don't have any favorites.
You don't?
No.
You don't want anyone in particular to win?
I don't have any favorites.
You wish them well?
I wish them all well. I wish all of them well, but I don't have favorites.
All right. Moving on to our messages now, and you can send the message. We'll be activating the phone lines in the next 5 minutes. 055-2880-216 or 053-518-3317. Going on to your messages on Facebook, Roland Ennis Richard says that I agree. And great interview there, Bolare. Leadership and discipline in our party today, the MPP, is a big problem. And that's from Roland Ennis Richard. And Larry Abu Bacha says that, Chairman, we need you back. Bola, we need him back. All right. Well, so moving on to other messages. Nana Kofi Boama says, are very honest and truthful. These are the kind of leaders that we need in our body politics. Yes, we need that. Nanama Asantua Kwaku says that the MPP is rudderless. I'm laughing like killer. Really? Okay. Geraldo says that great interview, Bolare. Well, thank you very much. And I'm watching you live from Sweden. Well, thank you. So the MPP won the 2016 election on the back of his work. And that is the truth, Bola. My name is Hans Boachi. Quote me anywhere. We want Chairman Afoko back. 2 distinct great men. Okay, who made us President Paul Afoko. All right, interesting. We'll be activating the phone lines, and you get to call us as well with your questions. And you can call it 055-288-0216
Who do you tip to win?
053-518-3317. So activating the phone lines, and you get rating President as Mahama with your questions on a scale of 0 to 10. And you can call it 055-288-07 months or 013-518-3317. So activating the phone lines, and you get rating President Mahama with your grades on a scale of 0 to 10. And you can call it 055-288-07 months or 013-518. So you think that it's too early to judge the works of President Mahama? But so far so good for President Mahama. So you think that it's too early to judge the works of President Mahama? President Mahama is also Ghana for President Mahama. We have a good leader, President Mahama. We have a caller online. Hello. Yes, good evening. You're on Star Chat. Your name, please.
Good evening. My name is Williams, speaking from Equiapem.
Equiapem. Williams, you're on air. Please, let's hear you.
Please, I have been following your interview with Mr. Paul Afoko, and I'm glad he's back. But I'm sad he kept too silent, because a lot of things are happening in the party. And the big loss we experience is part of it. Because if he could have been opening and could have speak out, I believe some of us would have done something different in order not to have tasted this embarrassment defeat. For now, I think the party is heading towards a bit. The reason being that it is the first time the party is going to elect executive presidential first before grassroots, and it is not done anywhere. So once the head is rot, a whole replacement must be done before the party can.
So you are one of the people who want to say Chairman Afoko should come back.
Oh, even it has been kept too long.
All right, then. Thank you very much. We'll move on to our next caller. We have a call online. Oh, sorry, we lost you. So many are clamoring. Many are saying that you should actually come back. We have a caller on the line. Hello, good evening. Hello. Well, it's 2880216 or 053-518-3317. Hello and good evening.
Good evening.
Your name,
My
sir?
name is Lech. I'm calling from Kumasi.
From Kumasi. Well, happy
Yes.
to have you on Star FM in Accra. Let's hear you.
Bola,
Yes, sir.
you know, Chairman said something, and I also want to thank you. You've been with him throughout the troubled times.
I remember.
You never gave him up. And I'm happy that today he's in your studio.
After 9 years, he's never spoken
Yes.
to anyone.
Yes.
And he says, I'll come on Star FM and I'll do that for EIB
And
Network. We're
I'm
grateful.
happy that through all those years, I've also been with him.
Mm.
And I wanted him to mention names because there are lots of people in MPP who have caused so many harm to him, so much pain to him.
They've caused harm and pain to him.
Hackman is one of them.
Please, no names here.
Those people are.
No, sir, please hold. Okay, thank you. Hello, good evening. Hello. Good evening. I beg you, put me. Hello, good evening. Hello. Well, okay. So you can join us 055-288-0216 or 053-518-3317. Chairman Paul Afoko is right here with us on Star FM. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir. My name is Bolare. What is your name, sir?
Bolare, SKA Boles.
Boles,
I'm
yes.
calling from Kumasi. My name is Malamus Kasim.
Malamus. Okay, let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, but you can call me Malam Afuku. I'm in Kumasi.
Okay, let's hear you. Malam Afoko.
All what I want is Bolare. Please, go on your knees and beg for Afuku to come and contest the chairmanship. Because we need to capture the power 2028. We need the new plan for power that he bring in 2014-15 for the MPP to get the power. So please talk to him. Please.
All right, he's listening to you.
Please talk to him, beg him to come and contest.
He says we will hear from
Come
him
and
by
rescue
December.
this party.
Okay, sir.
He needs to come and rescue this party. Only him can do that.
All right, thank you. We have a call on the line. Hello, good evening.
Star 103.5 FM.
Hello, good evening. Hello. Okay. Well, join us 055-288-216. That's 055-288-0216. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. What is your name, please?
My name is Paul.
And you're calling from
I'm calling from Achimota.
Achimota. Okay, let's hear you.
I'm a taxi driver.
Okay.
I've driven Accra here for 30 years.
You've been a taxi driver for 30 years.
In Accra.
In Accra, okay.
Yes. I'm also a pastor too.
You're a pastor.
I will be honest to you. If we take NPC and NPP, if we look at development in our country, voters, no, if you can go and investigate. NPP is the best one which can have this country.
NPP is the best party, right?
NDC, they talk too much.
NDC, they talk too much. Okay.
And they talk apart from the development of votes. NPP, I will be ready to go if you have time. Go to voter region and investigate. Go to local region and investigate. In a case, go to the next home, Tamamoto way. That's why they work. All development. And it is wrong because they know that this country, most of us are illiterate. I'm a taxi driver. Two of my daughters are in university.
So what is your question? So you are for the MPP, right?
I'm not an MPP man. I'm not an NDC man. The MPP people, when they come, that's why you get money.
Hello. Oh, too bad I can't hear you, but we have a caller on the line. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Oh, too bad we lost you. So, Chairman, lots of messages are coming in, and many are pushing that you contest. Well, let's see. Hello. Good evening. Hello, sir. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
Elikem.
Elikem, you're most welcome. You're on Star Chat. Let's hear you, please.
Thank you. I just want to say good evening to Mr. Paul Afoko, a very nice man, all standards. I have known him for a very long time now. Indeed, I think I agree with him when he says the NPP has been destroyed. The people who know better have been quiet and they looked on for the party to be destroyed. He's a good man, a very nice family man, and he loves to see young men grow. I've been one major person who benefited from his good deeds.
Hello?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. And your daughter is trying to get in. Frances, Mami Afoko says
from America.
From America, yes. Says I'm trying to reach my dad to talk to him. Okay, and she wants to know from you that what is that one lesson that you wish you had learned earlier in life, and that's from your daughter. What's that one lesson?
That's a very difficult one. You know, what I think is we keep learning right through to our deathbed. So, one lesson, that's difficult. Very difficult.
Very difficult.
One lesson.
Just
so you have to talk to me privately.
Privately, one lesson. You want to share with that?
And get a whole lecture. Not.
All right.
No.
So somebody from Navasco says, ask him about his folio number.
2222.
Okay.
And anybody after that is a kid.
Really? That makes you unique, eh? Your folio number.
2222, yes.
2222.
Yes.
All right. So your daughter again says that the same day my dad won the chairmanship, I lost my mom.
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
We went for the funeral in Cape Coast.
Wow.
Yeah.
The day you won the chairmanship.
And that's,
you lost your wife. Yeah.
And that's the daughter I said I first saw her
in prison.
through the prison bars. Yes.
Okay. We have a call online. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Good evening, madam. What's your name, please? Hello?
My name is... Hello, Bola.
Yes, go ahead, please.
This is Akufo-Addo. This is Mami Bola.
This is Mami. Oh, okay. We can hear you. Your dad is on.
First of all, I want to say a happy belated birthday to him. His birthday was on the 31st of August. Hello?
Oh, you are the NDC women's organizer, right? This is not Mami Afoko. Your name is what?
No.
This is Cynthia Afoko.
No. Yeah, Cynthia is his brother's daughter. And
okay.
Like you said, they are all right. This is his brother's daughter. My dad has been very good taking care of everybody from the family.
Okay.
All his late siblings picked, and with that we want to say, I really want to say God bless him for that.
God bless you too. So your full name is, please? Hello?
No, I'm not Queen. Queen is different. I'm not Queen.
No, so what's your name, please?
He named me after his father. So my dad named me after his father. His late dad, my grandfather, made so recipe.
Okay.
So when I got to meet my dad for the first time, that was in 2000.
Oh, you got to meet your dad in 2000? For the first time, yes. In exile.
He couldn't come to Ghana. Yeah. And so I was named after my grandfather.
Okay. Wow.
I was named after my grandfather's mom.
Wow, you should see your dad in the studio. So what do you want to say to your daughter? You saw your daughter many years, first time in the year 2000.
Yes. I came home from exile. And yes, of course, I was in contact.
Right.
But never really physically saw her.
Okay.
Since I saw her from the prison bars.
Okay.
And so when I met her the first time...
We have a call online. Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Buddha.
And your name is?
Please, my name is Desmond Tutu. I'm calling from Kumasi.
From Kumasi. Our lines are jammed now. I can't believe it. Go ahead, Desmond.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you so much for the opportunity. Please, I just want that I'm very, very grateful. I'm happy this evening for hearing my chairman once again. Very articulate, very visionary, and a very bold man. This is the kind of person that at this juncture where the party is almost in disarray, we need such.
So you want him back as chairman of the MPP?
Chairman should come back to the party. For me, I would want him to contest for the chairmanship again. But even if not for the chairmanship, any role that he can play significantly in the leadership of the MPP, I think I throw all my support and my everything behind him. We need people like this.
You think the MPP will win 2028, right?
I mean, it depends on what we do, but I pray and hope that they will do things for us to win.
Okay. Well, thank you very much from Kumasi. We're wrapping up. It's just about 9:01, so it's time for our mystery questions. And Chairman, please, we'll hand you the questions and get to pick them out and read them out for us. Our mystery questions right here on the show, sir.
When this ball came over, I thought, is Bola going to have cereal in the studio?
The cereal is in there. Yes, prepare the cereal. We have something. So read them out for us, Chairman.
Just one, huh?
Just indulge us, all of it. Yes. So kindly go ahead. Sure. So the question
between Dr. Bawumia, Kennedy Ajapong, Brian Achampong, who would you prefer to lead the MPP to victory in 2028?
That's the question, sir.
I don't really giving you my answer.
And that is?
You've forgotten.
No, that is
preference. I have no preference.
You have no preference?
No.
Who are you very close with? I mean, when it comes to these four gentlemen that you've actually listed.
No, I'm not.
Who's a very good friend? Is it Dr. Bawumia? How well do you know him?
I'm not close to any of them. No, I'm being honest.
I'm trying to push you in there. But
no, I'm being straight. I'm not.
You've not met Ken. You've not worked with him. You've not dealt with Ken in Japan.
I have worked with Governor
Japan, right?
He was General Secretary when I was chairman.
Correct.
Dr.
Bawumia.
Dr. Bawumia, I have known him as a running mate to Akufo-Addo, and then as a vice president, and there was literally nothing between us, you know, because those were the years I had decided that even though my tenure was...
Would you want to meet him now that you're a member of the party? Are you planning? Would you love to meet Dr. Bawumia?
Oh, we met at Santima's funeral.
Okay.
The 1 week.
The 1 week, okay.
We said hello to each other.
Okay. Kennedy Japan?
Kennedy, no, I haven't met him, but look, one thing I must say, even though Kennedy is not one of my favorite people.
Oh, Kennedy is not one of your favorites?
Yeah, I say even though he's not, or he wasn't, because now, me, I don't keep negatives in my brain. It's all gone. There's a very interesting story about Kennedy. We had a National Executive Committee meeting. And in that meeting, there was an agenda that was being pushed by those who didn't like me as chairman. And you see, with the National Executive, we have 20 members of parliament who are members of the National Executive Committee. So they came in there, and we were arguing, and I was the lone voice, holding a position that I said I wasn't going to shift. And everybody was attacking me, including the presidential candidate, everybody.
Including the presidential candidate?
Yes. They didn't see why I would not agree. And I said no. They benefited from my refusal because they won that election with over 100 and something votes, 80 votes, seats. Look, then Kennedy, because I knew Kennedy, they call him Akumpreko.
Akumpreko, yes.
He was standing at the back of the room. He raised his hand, he wanted to talk, and I ignored him. He kept, and then Kwabena Japan whispered to me, Chairman, you can't keep ignoring him all. You know this man, he'll soon start shouting. So finally I said, okay.
FM.
And he said, Chairman, before we came here to this meeting, we held a meeting in Parliament, and we took a position that we are all following. But having heard your explanation, I am with you.
He said that?
Yes.
And you respect Kennedy Japan for that?
I told you he's not my favorite because he's attacked me so many times. So many times.
Will you love to meet him? He's my good friend. I can arrange and you are my good friend.
No, I wouldn't love to.
You said you've forgiven him, Chairman.
I've forgiven all of them.
Okay.
Look,
so meet Ken. Maybe you want to.
I don't keep anything. I don't harbor. Look, why should I meet him?
Why don't you?
If I had my way,
yes,
presidential elections will, prime minister will have to wait.
Oh, okay.
We have to wait until January of 2027.
Interesting. All right, we'll move on to our last question. Our second question. That's
I have
our
to
last.
take more questions.
No, just one last one, and then we'll be wrapping it up. Yes.
Oh.
The question is?
When history books are written, how would you like to be remembered?
Exactly.
As a politician, a leader, or simply as Paul Afoko, the man? You know, the rumors of my early demise have been greatly exaggerated. So I'm still alive.
You're still alive.
I am still writing.
Hale and hearty.
I am still writing my life story.
That's right.
As I go forward. But if it so happens that I drop dead tomorrow, I would want to be remembered as a man who has been compassionate, a man who is principled, and I will stand by my principles, and that I've had integrity in my life, and that I have loved.
Wow.
I have loved.
You have loved.
Yes, I have loved humanity.
Humanity.
Yes. That's
you come across as a great and a good man, and that's why the messages are loads on our Facebook page. It is just unbelievable. I mean, look, many are also clamoring that you come back as chairman. So you said by December, if you decide that you get into it, you will let us know. But we wish you the very best. We thank God that you've taken it easy. You are not bitter. You are in there. And somebody says that I'm actually going to, we know he has something to do with Kempinski. I want to set up a dinner date with him, Kennedy Japan, Dr. Baomia, and Kwabena Japan. Will he be there?
Interesting enough, at one point, when I was chairman and I thought there was going to be a lot of friction in the party, I set up a dinner at the Bread and Wine. That
Bread and Wine at Osu. Yeah.
Osu.
Right.
And I paid for everything, for all the presidential candidates.
Oh.
All of them. All of them. Akufo-Addo, all of them. And I sat with them and I told them. Today I'll say it because it's past.
Yeah.
I told them, I said, look, we are going into these primaries. The one thing I plead with all of you to help me as a chairman to succeed in making us win the general elections is that you will instruct your supporters to stop attacking each other. Have clean politics, fight it. I am an honest broker. I will make the best person win, but please, I don't want this infighting and all these insults because you are only given the NDC ammunition to use against us. So it didn't work. Now this person is coming up to say he wants to organize a dinner date for me to meet. I have no position in the party. I'm just an ordinary member now. So
you let that pass.
If he wants, he should come to my farm. Help me to harvest my rice.
Paul Afoko, thank you very much. It's been great having you. God bless you. And somebody also wanted to know that now that you've actually proposed that we should donate to, maybe a fund should be created or set up to buy a presidential jet or a jet for the armed forces. He says, would you start that donation and how much will you give? Maybe you never know. People then will come through and also say, look, we are donating, so set up the fund. Will you do that? If that is actually set up now, how much will you contribute as a citizen?
You see, what I said at the time, and I repeated it now, that it was a very symbolic thing I was saying.
That's right.
And that if there is such a fund, I will be generous.
Very generous.
And I know lots of Ghanaians will be generous because they know that we are not only retooling our armed services, we'll be retooling our health service,
correct,
education, all those public services that we all need and use.
Fantastic. And before you go, I'm actually putting a request. I want 5 people up north. Your farm is up north, right?
Yes.
Where exactly? Yaruba. Can you employ 5 Ghanaian youth for me? It's a request personally and also from EIB to you that maybe, I don't know, we'll put out a number that they can call. And are you ready to engage them on your farm? Maybe as extension officers, I don't know, farm hands, whatever you. I want you to create employment for 5 people.
Then we'll begin to look at next season.
Next season, okay.
Yes.
And are you ready to do that and employ 5 people?
I am
or more
ready
than 5?
to diversify. I've actually gone and acquired land in Central Region.
Wow.
I am looking at land in Eastern Region.
Okay.
And in Ashanti Region.
So you are ready to take on people to help
I am beginning to look beyond
the north.
The north and rice farming.
Rice farming.
I am looking at doing animal husbandry, therefore with the whole value chain,
right?
With a modern abattoir to do meat packaging, processing.
You're going to do all of that.
Yeah, I have to.
I'm putting it to. So, Chairman, I want you to employ 100 people for me. The youth, not more than the age of 30. They can call 054 114 7713 and ask to speak to Sly. 054 114 7713. Chairman Afoko will employ you the next season. He says 100 people, yes, Western, Eastern, and then where? Central. It is done. So call that number. And Chairman, God bless you.
God bless you and bless all your listeners and viewers.
Amen.
I am really humbled and grateful that I've had this opportunity after 9 years to clear the cobwebs in my throat. I thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor and humbled as well.
Bless you.
Bless you. It's been another great edition, great production. To the team, what can I say? I'm indebted to you. God bless all of you. My name is Bolare. Have a wonderful evening. We're out.